Hi Gemini, this is Tara and welcome to your September Psychic Tarot Astrology forecast. And I'm really excited about this month. I'm calling it Psychic September. And because it feels like after the summer, no matter where you live on this earth or maybe in the southern hemisphere, if you're that, then it's been more of a winter. But whatever, it feels like it's changing, it's transitioning into another season. So I'm feeling like this is a good time to really tune into your psychic awareness. We're all intuitive, we're all psychic, we all have this. And so, what do you notice? Do you see with your third eye? Do you hear? Do you feel? A lot of people are empathic, and I think maybe not realize it, but our bodies are like barometers. So if you're in a room, if you're in a space, or you're talking with someone and something doesn't feel right, maybe your stomach, maybe something's not feeling great, or you're just knowing it doesn't feel well, pay attention. Or maybe, you're feeling good, and whenever you're around this person, wherever you go into this place, you always feel good. If you're leasing a house, if you're buying a house or an apartment or leasing an apartment, then notice how you feel when you walk in. Is it one of, oh, this is wonderful, or is it like contraction? Because either we feel expanded or we feel contracted. Notice that. So that's my tip for the month, and I'm excited about this month being Psychic September. I'm doing a keynote speech in September, early part of it. I'm doing this video at the end of August, and this is it's called a play shop, celebrating your psychic awareness to create a magical life, a life of more awareness. Not just what's going on in the physical world, but what is our intuition? What is that telling us? What is that telling us to do our next step forward? Okay, so, these cards are wonderful cards. They are John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck. They have beautiful artwork and very symbolic. When I do readings with clients, I'm like, wow, I pick up intuitively what it means, and they do too. They may pick up something else. So we have a lot of fun. And I'm not pushing the deck, but I'm just saying if any of you would like a tarot deck, this is a great one, because really tarot cards are to help stimulate the intuition. And since this is Psychic September in my books, so I'm doing a 4-card spread for you again this month, Gemini. And actually one came out before I even started the reading. So this one's in first place, and you'll see in a minute why it needs to be in first place. It's kind of fun. And then I'm picking 3 others. And when you're working with cards, it really is about what feels right for you. Does it fly out of the deck? Does it fall on the floor? That's a message. Or just on your desk. That's a message. Okay, so here's 2, 3, and don't you love it, 4. Okay, so here we go. The first one that wanted to come out so bad, even before when I was holding the deck and was wanting to come out, is a major arcana card, and this is authority. In traditional tarot, this is the Emperor card. So that feels pretty awesome for you to start out the month of September with the Emperor, with authority. Okay, so you guys have been doing some work on yourselves, and it's interesting. I'm feeling like there's a whole lot of, okay, now I'm ready to get down to business here, or you've been getting down to business, and you're feeling really leveled off with where your authority has come in. It's always, you're your first authority. And that's why I was talking about the psychic awareness, because you are your first authority. You guys are an air sign. I know Gemini is my moon sign. And by the way, if you know your moon and rising sign, watch those videos as well. And so what really gets my attention in this particular time that I've pulled this card for you, Gemini, is the leaf the twig and the leaves around and above each of his ears. Okay, so that feels like, and this is a 4 card too. This is the number 4. And I'm a numerologist, as you know. And in numerology, 4 is about structure, organization. 4 is of the earth as well. So any of you that have birth paths of 4 where your whole name is deduced to one single digit, you love the earth. You like to be outside. You may love to garden. You may love to really be an organized person, and you've become that here lately. So the green to me feels like, because he has that above his ears, it feels balanced. I feel balanced for you coming into the month of September. This is a general reading, of course, but for a lot of you, I'm feeling like it's balancing you. You're connecting with the earth. The other thing I'm seeing is how the arms, let me say this, how the hands are on each of the other elbows. Like the left hand is on the right hand elbow and the right hand is on the left hand elbow. And what I'm noticing about that is, look at the right hand on the left hand elbow. That one seems to be, for some reason, more prominent. Not to say that everybody's right-handed, but, and this is not political either, so it just feels like there's an upper hand. It's the upper hand. So if you are right-handed, then so be it. If you're not, it feels like, it's just feeling like energetically there's authority. And the left hand, notice how it's a little bit more open. There's a couple of fingers that are spread apart, especially the baby finger and the forefinger. And so that feels to me like, you're authority, but you're still more open to what is to come. You're not just like closed up. You feel good. You feel like you have your strength, but you're still open to others, to listen to them, I'm seeing really, 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 really dark green grass. So that to me means there's been some healing and nurturing is why you've gotten to this authority type emperor feeling. So good for you, Gemini. That's an awesome card to start your 4 card spread with. It really is. I'm happy. And the next card is a mental card, and as you know, the mental cards have to do with our communication, our thoughts, our ideas, our thoughts, whether they are coming from fear or whether they are very positive. And you can tell by the blue around the border. There's 1 through 9 in the mental card, and this is the number 1. And take a look, triumphant success. Wow. Okay, so after you've gotten authority or the emperor, you're mentally feeling triumphantly successful, and you're thinking that more than feeling. You're thinking, hey, you know what? I'm pretty awesome. And why not give it attaboy kind of thing? Why not, right? Okay, so as you know, I read these cards straight on, as well as I go into my intuition. I look at the card quickly and I see what just pops right out at me. And, to be quite honest, this really light color of this side of the sword is jumping out at me, actually. It's just like, it feels very expansive. It feels like there's 2 wonderful sides of the sword. And you are making room for light and beauty and creativity and all kinds of wonderful things when you own your triumphant success. Notice how his hand is coming out of the ground and he's waving it like I said, I did it. I did it. I've done it. I'm feeling pretty good. So let's tune into that for a minute. There have been some battles. We all go through battles, but with you guys, I am feeling, I'm actually even seeing battles like you would see uh, a battleground. Not really, I'm not thinking war because it feels like more of a battle, which is interesting that that came to me, but I say what I get. So maybe some of you feel like you've been there, and as you can see, the hand coming out of the ground has been like, okay, there have been some real glitches. There have been some real, and I'm hearing lost opportunities. Okay, so I'm sorry to say those kinds of things, but lost opportunities, or you're feeling like they were lost, but maybe, just maybe, you gained in the long run. Maybe whatever was supposed to didn't work for a reason, and you've actually gained more by that not coming out the way you thought it was supposed to in the first place. That can always work. It's just real funny how that worked. You know, we've just been through Lionsgate in August. Personally, my electronics have been all over the place. So it's not just August though, it's just feeling like some parts of this year too. Maybe May was sort of a struggle kind of month for you or not. Again, it's a general reading, but this is feeling like you're really being triumphant. And triumphant, let's take a look at this. Is this relationships? Yeah, this is relationships. Is this business? It's finances as well. There's something about financially feeling and mentally prepared. Mentally feeling financially prepared. I needed to get the words in the right order. So that's what I'm feeling for you, some of you, for this month. The other thing that I'm noticing is the gold part of the bottom, or the top of the sword. I guess you could say the top of the sword, where his hand is. It's sort of a brownish gold, and it feels very much like, you know, his hand is under it, and that part of the sword is taking the lead in your next steps, taking the lead. And I'm seeing wheels, like a big wheel with spokes. So your wheels are turning. Keep the forward movement going. I don't know if there's been some of you that have had issues with house approvals, mortgage approvals, something like that, and or projects that needed to have a little bit different twist on it. But whatever the case is, you're feeling more triumphant. You're thinking more triumphant. Okay, so that's the number one. And so this is an interesting card to come after this. It's another mental card. Coming right after the number one is the number 8 mental card of trapped in fear. Okay, so I don't want you to like, let's go hang tear. It's not really that at all. You know, what it feels like to me is to, you know, this guy is thinking he's trapped in fear. He's not really behind bars. He's not physically behind bars. But he's just thinking, and it may be residual. That's what I'm getting, is residual from the other months. It's just to take notice of. And I'm not trying to fluff it up. I'm not feeling like this is a humongous thing for most of you. I'm going to take a look at this card. It is the number 8. And in numerology, 8 has to do with bridging the physical and material together. If any of you were born on the 8th of the month, you're very good, or can be very good, in business or finance. So let me know if you're born on the 8th of the month. I'll comment on that. Okay, so when I look at this card, sometimes I'll see the hand over the knees, sometimes I'll see the feet. I'm seeing his green garb, especially the sleeve of the right hand or the right arm. That's what's getting my attention. That particular, I don't even want to look at anything else in this card. I'm zeroed in on that particular Sleeve. And you know, earlier when I said that I saw the green grass, it just feels like there's some more healing to do. Really, you guys, let some of those trapped in fear go. This might be a good month to ground. And when I talk to clients, I'll say, ground. And that can mean different things to different people. Putting your feet in grass, putting water on your feet, getting out of that mental space. You're an air sign. I totally get that, like I said. So to let resolve or dissolve any of those feelings of, oh my gosh, is this going to work? I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, did that work? I don't know. It is, if this person shows up. No, just let it go. Let it drop. I mentor a lot of people, and it's always about letting the negative and fears and beliefs go so that we can move forward into positive situations. Okay, so that's what it really feels like for me. Again, I'm so zeroed in on that. The other thing is the yellow that's secondly caught my attention. Yellow's fun. Yellow's happiness. There's sunshine if you let go of whatever you feel that has held you back. And I saw the word school as I looked up, and that's how I kind of get my information. School. So, this earth is a school ground for us. We do come here to learn. I do see that in the broad sense of the term of school. If any of you are taking classes, no fear-based about what you're learning. It's the game of school here on earth. Sometimes it can be, I know what it is. I interviewed a woman on radio. I had a radio show, and she has done many hours of the afterlife. And it's so interesting. And she's also an attorney, and she talked about how really being on earth is like a hard day at school. That's what it feels like. So just let go of the hard day at school. This is a time for you to really think about triumphant success and own your power. Okay? All right. I just want to say thank you for listening for that, but it feels important. Okay, so your fourth card of this 4-card spread for you, Gemini, is the third eye chakra. Yay! I don't know why I'm so happy when I think of this card for you, but I am. And it's the third eye. It's, remember earlier in the video when I was saying, do you hear, see, feel? Well, it feels like use your intuition. Use your intuition. And in order to do that, sometimes we need to ground. I know people go, wait a minute, the grounding is down here. Well, we are on earth. So feel your feet in the ground and then open up your third eye, and it feels like your crown chakra. This is about meditating as well, because I feel like if you take some deep breaths and just kind of let all dissolve, all go, remember the mental stuff, if you let that go and you meditate, then you're going to have some terrific ideas. You guys are smart. Some terrific and creative ideas. Getting excited in my seat. For your business or whatever you're doing for your work. It feels like that's where it's really pointed towards. You're going to have some terrific ideas. You may be a writer. Whatever it is, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then just really sit with your intuition. Take a 15-minute break from work when you can, or from what you do if you're a housewife or a mother. Housewife is kind of old-fashioned sounding, but you know what I mean, mother, or you're at home. So, and then I'm hearing the word army. Okay, so interestingly enough, it may be that I've just connected to someone, because it feels like it's overseas, that's in the army, that is interested in tarot and the chakras. So that's funny, isn't it? More and more people are understanding what the chakras are about. The chakras, when they're balanced, our chi flows. And if our chi flows, this is old, thousands and thousands of years old stuff. When our chi flows, then we do feel more balanced. We're grounded. We open our heart space, our third eye, intuition. We do all kinds of great things. So I encourage you to do that. Thank you so much, Gemini, for subscribing and sharing and watching my videos. You guys really rock. I tell you what, you have really been watching and subscribing, and I so appreciate that, each and every one of you. I encourage you to do it if you have not subscribed. If you would like a personal reading, which is much more in depth and much more detailed to you, for you, then my link is below, www.themagicalmatrix.com. Or if you want to make it simple, taraventura.com. They both go to the same website. And you can browse through, you can order a reading. There's an order a reading tab. I would love, love, love to do a reading for you. My scheduler is on there, so you can see when I have availability and what matches your time as well. Okay, my friends. I feel like you guys are, I want to say my friends. Have a great month of September. Have a prosperous month. Have a creative month, and I will see you in October. Thank you.